We are recording Leaflet and Azari. I'm not subscribed to her somehow. Crazy, I watch her streams whenever she's online. Which she's not online today. She is not. She took a day off again. But it's okay. Let's see what's up.
Wait, what? Rioters broke into a migrant prison and demand every illegal walk free? Well, what?
I'm pretty
This
sure
actually happened? Oh my god.
this happened whenever the LA riots started to happen. Whenever they started going against ICE and shit a month or two ago. Don't quite remember exactly when.
God. Chat, is this real?
First at 11 tonight, a Portland woman living near the city's ICE facility
Of course it's Portland, man. Of course it would be Portland.
has filed a lawsuit
Oh, it's Portland. Okay, that makes sense.
asking a judge
If this is, I don't know where Portland is. I'll be honest.
to compel the city to enforce noise codes.
So in Portland, there's a.
Do you guys know about the Chaz thing? People that aren't from like the West Coast or people that are from other countries. Do you know about what happened with Chaz? You type a one in chat if you don't know about Chaz. All right, so there's a couple people that don't know about Chaz. So what happened was during the BLM era,
Wait.
a couple people that Chaz from like the West Coast or people that are from other countries. Do you know about what happened with Chaz? You type a one in chat if you don't know about Chaz.
I thought she said type a 1 in chat if you do know about Chaz. God damn it.
So there's a couple.
Hey, look, that's me. Oh, I misunderstood her. And I'm pretty sure everyone else did too.
What happened was during the BLM era, you know, the whole the whole George Droid thing, right? During that, when people were wilding out in Portland, this group of people actually took over. They took over a part of the city and they declared it an autonomous zone, basically, as in like a like it's
Auto no mouse. Auto no mouse zone.
own country, and they tried to grow vegetables and shit. It was a fucking.
Is that actually how you spell it? Because it looks so retarded.
It was a train wreck. I think people got stabbed in there. It was a fucking huge issue.
Civil war between the law abiding and the lawless who attack their local ICE facility on a daily basis. And as the city enters month number.
Basically, the West Coast is a fucking disaster.
Number 3 of constant warfare.
The West Coast of America is a fucking unmitigated disaster. The major cities.
On its streets, local residents are seeing businesses flee their city. In fact, things are so bad, even the library is being overrun with crime. Plus, as you're about to see, things here are about to get even worse.
At nighttime, there's a lot of people who are just living here like 24 hours a day. It's been like a month and a half now, them just screaming, using megaphones, and
it's people with no jobs that are just wanting to be a part of something, and how they continue to exist, I have no fucking clue. Whoever the fuck is giving these people money need to stop.
They have air horns going on, and I tried talking to people, and they just start screaming at me, like just super aggressive.
Sounds like this. At all hours of the night, prompting a lawsuit filed against the city by Cloud Elvengrail. She lives across the street from where a group of protesters has been camped outside the ICE facility in South Portland. The loud noises caused her client medical issues.
How these people are not in jail or prison is beyond me. It's like, just put them away. They're obviously retarded. They obviously don't know what the fuck's actually happening. They're just mad because they feel a certain way. It's like, fuck the fuck up.
She's got injury in both ears right now.
The protesters are out here because they do not want ICE in Portland. Doesn't represent the Portland values.
We've got a lot of support from the neighboring community, and they know exactly why we're here.
The Portland values, like people do,
like drugs, like murder, gang violence, assault, the R word, the other R word.
Drugs in the streets and tons of homeless people breaking into your cars. Portland values.
Can I show you the video that they were using as evidence?
I have no idea what's happening here.
Downtown Portland needs a lot more security. We have vagrants all up in the library, and it smells badly, and the architecture is so beautiful. I love it, but it just smells so badly that you can't stay. You're going to need more.
Dude, can you imagine living in a city where it smells so badly you can't stay in the area? That's crazy.
And she's talking about in the library. By the way, this isn't like the street. No, in the library, it smells bad. It's like, bro, what type of values are you fucking on about?
More cops. You're gonna need.
Holy shit.
You're gonna need to be armed yourself.
100%, but good luck trying to get one. Like, how long does it take someone to get a gun in, legally in LA? Over a fucking year? Because the government has to do background checks, like, vigorous background checks. How vigorous? I have no fucking clue, but it takes more than 1 month. Meanwhile, in Florida, it's literally 1 day. Same day, you have your background check and it came back, it's good, it's clean. There's a rule saying that you have to pick up your gun 2 or 3 days from the background check or from the day you tried to purchase it, which is fine. All right, whatever. You can get a gun license and you won't have to wait that 3-day period, which is even cooler. But you don't have to wait a whole fucking month, let alone a year.
So as lawlessness takes over Portland, Nordstrom, pictured right here, might be pulling out too. And what nobody's talking about is if you encourage one type of lawlessness, say nightly assaults on a local detention center for illegal immigrants, you're gonna have a whole bunch of other crime that takes over your city.
Yeah, because if you don't stop the crime from fucking happening, you're not stopping the first crime from happening. Right? And that crime's gonna be in the forefront of everything. And so, while that crime's going on, there's gonna be 10 other crimes happening in the background of that shit no one's paying attention to. It's like, you have to actually punish people. You have to get these people off the streets and not let them have any rule over you. Dude, they're retarded. They're just retarded. This isn't the people fighting for their rights. This is the people being retarded.
Hasn't already. And right now, things in Portland are so bad, there might not be much of a city left if things don't change. But what's truly insane is that you don't become a sanctuary city, subjected to constant rioting without a whole bunch of other progressive failures paving the way for the constant mayhem we see happening here. Mayhem's so out of control, it's causing medical issues for people who live in the vicinity of this building. And the riots in Portland or in LA or in New York City, none of this stuff came about by accident.
You like how this shit always happens in like the most leftist cities? That's like,
yeah, it always happens in those cities because those are the cities that are okay with it. They want you to do this. They don't want law. They want lawlessness. They want you to kill each other. They want you to burn the city down. Why? Because it makes them money in the end. Like, bro, what are the chances, right, that these people in those cities are so corrupt they're actually making money from sex traffickers or drug dealers? What are the odds that that's the actual truth that's happening? There's no proof of it, but those things are happening in those cities and in those states a lot more than in other states. Why? It can't be because they make money from it, right? That'd be crazy. That'd be way too corrupt.
where this always happens.
These are all places that have defunded their police, decriminalized every single offense.
It's almost as if like if you de-incentivize the police from doing their jobs and you defund them, that you're gonna have less security.
They're also sanctuary cities, and they're all trending in the wrong direction. But Portland in particular is in a bad spot, with businesses reeling under the progressive industrial complex, which enables rampant crime, property destruction, theft, you name it, and retail vacancies.
Yeah, it's like I said, if you encourage this kind of stuff, it's like, wow, big surprise, more of it happens. How does it
Whoa, really? I would never have guessed that. If you encourage people breaking the law, more of it's gonna happen? Whoa. That's a hot take, Leaflet.
just keep having, oh, like let's let more legal people in. Oh, like it's harder to get a job now. Well, yeah, obviously, right? Oh, let's like take away power and money from the police. Oh, now there's more criminals. Like, what the fuck did they think was gonna happen?
Vacancies are now so out of control.
It's done by design. There is a conspiracy, all right? And it makes no sense why they would do this unless there was a conspiracy taking place. What exactly is a conspiracy? I don't know. My opinion is they're profiting from it somehow. Whether that's because of sex trafficking or drug dealers, I don't know. But they're profiting from it because they want it to happen.
Even grocery stores are packing up and leaving, with residents worried the vacant stores left behind will be turned into permanent.
Syrian's Bomb says because they want to be good people. There's a difference between being nice to someone and being actually kind to someone. I think that if you have someone or something that you really care about, sometimes you have to do the thing that's harder, right? Sometimes like not letting it happen is actually more beneficial for the person. Yeah. For real. Yeah, I really think so.
Encampments. And that brings us to the real reason: assaults on this local immigration detention.
If you allow this shit to continue happening, people are legit going to be killing each other on the streets. More bad will come than good.
Detention center are not gonna stop. In fact, they're only gonna get worse, because as Portland continues to collapse, local residents will not blame the failed policies that brought about that collapse. Instead, these local radicals...
Yeah, no, they're just gonna blame the government for allowing ICE to do whatever the fuck. They're gonna blame Orange Man bad because Orange Man bad. You know, it's the most retarded fucking people in the world, and we are putting them on the mic and listening to them. Why? It makes no fucking sense unless people make money off of them.
Think Donald Trump is the problem, along with his army of ICE agents, who are the only ones taking fugitives off the street. Something the local progressive outrage machine has a major problem with.
It's like, you do enough to pepper spray them and maybe shoot them a little bit with some paintballs, but you're not arresting these people. Fucking arrest them, dude. What are you doing? It makes no... And they're not arresting them because they're not allowed to. The city itself is like, no, you're not. You can't do anything to them. They're protesting. It's not a protest, bro. This shit's a riot.
Man.
Jesus.
Can you imagine trying to live near that? Or
Fight fascists! Fight them!
Can you imagine trying to live near that or run a business near that? It's impossible. You can't have law and order near an army of fugitives who camp out on the streets of their own city trying to rescue illegal criminals from a detention center before they get deported. However, the progressive outrage machine that runs this place has now started to implode on itself, and as you're about to see, this is not gonna end well.
Oh no.
Bro, what the fuck was Elmo doing?
Shrill and bells and whistles and air raid siren sounds.
Crazy.
This is some of the noise attorney Julie Parrish says her client Cloud Elvengrail has been enduring.
Yeah, imagine living right next to sirens blaring all night long. Oh, that must be so fucking annoying.
since protests erupted outside the ICE building near her
back
home.
in June.
Now, Elvingren has filed a lawsuit against the city, asking a judge to compel officials to take action.
Good luck with
on the
that.
excessive.
Do you think they'll ever release a video game that's just like Riot Police, and then there's just like a bunch of like Antifa members, and you have to shoot them with freaking paintball guns? With like paintball pepper guns, and then like throw fucking flashbangs at them. Do you think they'll ever do that? Like a fucking tower defense game. Yeah.
That'd be an interesting game. You could probably get if someone's good enough at modding, you could probably get it modded into Ready or Not.
Noise that she says was so loud, it caused her.
This is straight up a lawsuit to ask a judge to tell the city, do your job.
I don't think that's going to happen, because if the city was going to do its job, if it felt...
Do you think that the game would get taken off of Steam if they had a Kyle Rittenhouse level? Bro, yes.
Like doing its
No.
job was going to...
Bro, Steam is very consumer friendly. The only reason they had to take away the porn games is because if they didn't, then you can't buy any game. Because they would, the payment processors would stop dealing with, Steam. So they had to do something.
To its own voters who are out there in the streets protesting, they would have done it already, wouldn't they? But things are now at a point where open warfare on the streets of this city has progressive activists turning on each other, both begging their leaders to step up and improve things. Some want the ICE facility here removed, others want noise ordinances enforced. And as this mayhem goes on, the leaders of this radical hotspot are going to find themselves in a catch-22. How exactly can they do their job, collect money from...
Shai says a truly fascist police would be for beating down and arresting the people getting in their way with no hesitation. Yeah, exactly. In fact, I think the police show like too much restraint, I think.
I completely agree with Leaflet. The police show way too much restraint. But they can't arrest them because the city does not allow them to. Right? So the best they can do is just play defensive and not allow them to get too close. That's really all they can do, or all they're allowed to do, which is retarded.
Businesses, taxes, residents who actually control.
But then they kind of have to, because like things might get worse if they actually are more forceful, I think. I don't know.
It's already worse. Here's the thing. If you actually arrest these people and put them away, who's gonna make it worse? There's not gonna be anyone left to make the shit worse. It's bad enough. End the fucking bullshit. And then we can maybe go back to our normal lives.
From businesses, taxes, residents who actually contribute to society, and pacify the protesters who seem to have no obligation stopping them from protesting 24/7.
In Elvingren's building, and one neighbor, Tim Polk, said he understood her plight.
At nighttime, there's a lot of...
I literally said the same shit. I won't if no one else is left to be forceful.
People are just living here like 24 hours a
Crazy.
day. It's been like a month and a half now, them just screaming,
Longer than that.
using megaphones, and they have air horns going on, and they'll like, I've tried talking to people and they just start screaming at me. Like just super aggressive, really inconsiderate of the neighborhood.
That's frightening. This guy comes out of his house, tries to talk to these protesters while he's walking his dog, and feels like he's just made some massive mistake. You can't live near something like this. It's dangerous for everybody.
Yep.
And
I'll be honest, like, I kind of think that guy's retarded for even trying to talk to these people. They're mentally deranged, and they will hurt you. Don't interact with these people when they're like this. Right? Like, you can maybe stop by at an actual protest and talk to people, but, like, this is so retarded.
peaceful society, these screamers would all be in jail if they weren't the ones in charge of Portland, but they are, which is why this stuff is encouraged and why the people running this place have done absolutely nothing to quell the nonstop mayhem taking over. However, the truly shocking thing here is now people are starting to arm themselves when they leave their own homes.
Good.
Because they don't feel law enforcement has any...
Yeah, fucking good. You should have a gun, especially in a place like that. Like, what the fuck?
hope of protecting them.
Polk says there is a fear in the neighborhood amid the
believe it.
protest, And he says that fear caused him to decide to get a taser
Bad
to
idea.
stay safe.
A taser?
Dude, taser against... Oh my god. These people are wearing body armor. That's how set up some of these people are. Like, they don't give a fuck about no damn taser. What the fuck are you gonna do with it?
That's like the worst one you could have picked. That's like literally the worst self-defense thing you could have picked.
Pepper spray is probably better, because that way, even though some of these people even have goggles on, like, that shit's not gonna affect them. But the ones that don't, it's gonna help way more than a fucking taser. Because it's gonna blind them and you can run away.
Don't want to tase somebody, but when you've got crazy people running around, like getting in your face, screaming, when just around, like directly outside the door of where you live, not a whole lot of other choice.
I have a better idea.
That's the thing, like, it's hard to even get a gun in places like this. Right? Like, that's the problem with these stupid-ass left cities. Left-leaning cities. It takes months for you to be able to buy a gun.
I know that he's trying to protect himself, but what you really need to do is you need to dress up like these protesters. You need to put on their attire. Get yourself a gas mask and some gloves like this and walk around carrying a container from a box at Home Depot. Then people will think that you're one of them and they won't.
It's so fucking true. That's hilarious. Oh my god. I mean, it'll work. That would work 100%.
They won't attack you. They'll say, hey man, what's up? What's up, man? You one of us? Yeah, you're down for the struggle. And then you can walk your dog. But the only problem with that is if you do that, the protesters are going to think they have even more support than they have already. This is terrible.
One of the protesters, Griffin,
Also
says
true.
many neighbors have supported the protests.
From what I've heard from the neighbors that I've seen, because I am local here, we've got a lot of support from the neighboring community, and they know exactly why we're here.
Can I show you the video that they were using as evidence?
Sure.
See what you think of it?
I'm much more disturbed by the dozens of armed men coming out of that building.
Really?
To what? Clear a driveway? I have no idea what's happening here.
So, here you have a guy.
These people
Oh my
are
god.
like, yeah, we're gonna raid this building, but like, it's so scary when the police come out with their guns. It's like, God, dude.
Who's camped out on the street, who lives here.
Like they're fucking like trying to break into facilities, and then it's like once like the police actually does anything to them, it's like, oh no, like we're being bullied. Like, bro.
Thinks he's just got tons of support, and he's shown the videos of the protests that he's at, and he says he doesn't know what's going on there, and he says the real problem isn't what the protesters are doing. The real disturbing thing is that there are armed people inside that building. He's deflecting from the harm that he's causing to the people who live around that place with the constant noise and racket that is just coming out of this place. But here's the thing. The law-abiding residents of some of these nearby buildings, they've got nowhere else to go. But you know who can go somewhere? Grocery stores, restaurants, businesses, places.
Yeah, places that actually have the money to leave. They will just leave, and then you're gonna have a ghost town. It's gonna suck when that happens. If you don't stop this, that will happen.
That have to turn a profit if they want to pay their bills and keep the lights on. They're leaving because they don't get government handouts, they don't get free health care, and they have to pay taxes and all kinds of fees. On top of that, even institutions that get a completely free ride in Portland and shouldn't be allowed to fail at all are failing too in ways that will shock you.
And the library is answering.
Downtown Portland needs a lot more security.
The library has added 3 contracted security officers, bringing the total to 7.
Security.
Limited the Wi-Fi access to
Damn.
library hours, and increased the building maintenance and trash removal schedule. Changes some say are a long time coming.
They need it. We have vagrants
Man.
all up in the library, and they have no home, and so that's their second home, and it smells badly. And
You can't be living in the fucking library. That's not what it's for.
It's not. The library is for you to learn shit. Either read a book that's fictional and have a good time, or learn about the history of whatever the fuck you're trying to research. But it's like, oh my god. It's not a fucking place for you to fucking sleep in. Like, bro, eventually the consequences of these things will catch up to the city, and I'm sorry to say, but everyone that lives in those cities are fucked if things don't change.
Architecture is so beautiful. I love it.
That's wild. The library is just overrun with criminality, and look at what they've had to do. They've had to hire a platoon of security officers, and they've had to shut down the Wi-Fi when the library closes, because what that means is the Wi-Fi signal, which goes out of the building, is attracting people who want to live on the street. And
yeah, because then they get to use Wi-Fi and not have to actually pay cell service and shit.
And watch TikToks and stuff. See, they're using the Wi-Fi.
The library is for poor. I used to play MMOs in the library. Like, actually, I used to go to the library to do that, like after school or like during school. Well, like the school library.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I have played MMOs at like the actual public library a couple times. Yeah. MUDs. You guys know what MUDs are? Yeah, I used to play MUDs on those things.
No
I used,
idea.
like, the web client, and I would like log in. Yeah.
At the library to do that. So now they're shutting it off, and they're gonna come by and I guess sweep the place more often.
The security being here 24/7 helps deter.
MUDs are like MMOs before MMOs. They're like MUDs, but they're text only. So, like, you know, like those text only adventure games. It's kind of like that, but it's an MMO.
Away a lot
Interesting.
of negativity and just people doing stupid stuff.
According to the Multnomah County Library Director, the library is considering more security measures, including installing metal detectors or conducting bag checks.
If you need a TSA checkpoint at your local library,
move the fuck out. Do your fucking best to move the fuck out, because if you don't, it's only gonna get worse. Just saying. That is not okay. Like, bro, what the fuck?
that should signal to you that there are massive problems in this place that need addressing so that you don't have to have a metal detector at a place where children might want to go and do their homework after school. And honestly, if things here are so bad, they should just shut this building down for a while until they can fix the problems endemic to this neighborhood that's driving out businesses. But sadly, that's not going to happen. These problems are encouraged by local leadership. That's why we've got constant rioting at the local ICE detention center.
Yeah, it's encouraged. That's why it's not stopping. It's not slowing down. The more you encourage it, the more of it you're gonna have. The more of a shit place you're gonna build.
Goers aren't convinced that would.
Shayla, thank you so much for the bits. I used to go to the public library to get sci-fi books and use the computers to play hacked-free games, armor games, and such. The good old days. They have like these websites like free arcade, and like you could play stuff. Yeah.
Go over web.
I used to play a lot on B games. Back when B games was easier to navigate. That shit was cool.
Oh. I feel like that's a little.
I remember I used to play Gunbound in the school library.
Much, especially if they're gonna do it to everybody, because there's not a lot of people that probably want to be checked when they're going to a library.
That too. A lot of people bring everything that they have in their carts and stuff, so it will be difficult.
So if you don't have a shopping cart or something you're not supposed to possess,
I forgot. I used the one with the boomerang. There was like one that had like a boomerang, like sort of. It's like it was like a spinning one. I forgot which one that one was. That's the one I used.
In your pocket,
no idea.
When you enter the library, you'll be able to get through the metal detector. It sounds to me like most of the people who enter the library might have problems with a system that checks them for things like that or prohibits maybe bringing a metal shopping cart.
Yeah, why the fuck are you bringing in a metal shopping cart? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh yeah, that's their valuables. That's all their belongings, because they don't have a home.
Into the library. Why is that allowed at the library? But as you're about to see, mayhem at the library is only one of the problems we've got in Portland.
At the Gateway Fred Meyer Wednesday afternoon.
I'm back. What the fuck was just said?
Got in Portland.
At the Gateway Fred Meyer Wednesday afternoon.
just shocked the mess out of me hearing that.
Customers stream in and out of the store, some stopping to react to its eventual shutdown.
The closing is not good, not for this area.
It's gonna destroy the neighborhood. What are people around here gonna do?
Corporate, guys.
Yeah.
If you vote for people that are gonna decriminalize petty theft and make it so that it becomes impossible to operate. So, okay, this is the thing that people don't understand. And I don't know how this is possible. But you know that if somebody steals from the store, you know who pays for that, right? And see the fucking idiot is gonna say, "Oh, the insurance company, the company's insured, so the insurance company." No, you idiot, you fucking pay for it. You fucking shit for brains, you pay for it. Because what happens is the insurance company pays for it, which increases the insurance rates, which makes the company have to pay more money to the insurance companies, and they have to raise the price on product in order for you to get it, right? So what happens then is like these big box stores, they get to the point where like, okay, now we have to buy insurance for, you know, possible violent things that happen, you know, insure our employees just in case something happens to them. And, you know, we have to insure.
Eventually it gets so bad that the company's like, wait up. It would just be way cheaper to just move the business entirely. And that's exactly what they end up doing. And so if you don't actually vote for the people that's actually going to help you as the citizen and not some random group of people that came here illegally in the first place, bro, you're fucked. And also, by the way, I don't think the elections in California or in Portland or in these fucking left-ass places are ran properly. Like, I really do believe there's a lot of election fraud going on, even in the lower circles. Bro, Trump lost the 2020 elections. How? More people voted for Biden than existed in America, than they... More people voted for Biden than we have citizens in the United States. I'm sorry, how the fuck does that happen? It's clearly they cheated in some way. They had migrants vote, or they just had dead people vote, which was not fucking wrong. Like, words, bro. Do you speak them? They're cheating. It's not that hard to fucking tell. They are either using dead people, which is proven, or migrants, which is also proven. Trump should have been the president 2020. He wasn't. You know, I'm kind of glad that he wasn't, because now that he experienced all the bullshit, he has a lot better people on his side than he would have had in 2020. Like, he really prepared for this shit for this year, or for the next 4 years.
Insure the products, we have to insure all of this bullshit, and we have to increase the rights of increase the prices of everything. You know, now your fucking banana costs like 2 times the amount. And then what happens is then the people bitch at them and say, "Oh, look at the store raising the prices on us again, guys. They're greedy companies, right?" And the companies are, you know, fuck it, we're out of here. This place fucking sucks anyway. You guys suck so much dick. I'm tired of buying freaking locks and like magnetic sensors for all of the shit, and like, you know, having to remove them and hire more people to deal with that shit. You know what? Fuck you guys. I'm out of here, right? And so who's left? It's just smaller stores that charge more because they don't have they don't have the capability of selling things at scale like big stores have. And who needs the big stores the most? Poor people. So who gets fucked over? Poor people. Because all rich people are still buying from Whole Foods, or they're getting it delivered from freaking Amazon Whole Foods. These people are such crackheads. Like, I don't understand, dude. I'm too sleepy today. To like have any sort of freaking mental filter. Okay, guys, I'm like delirious right now. This is like, I went straight into like the late night part of the stream where I've been streaming for 12 hours. It's like that, but I just started stream.
Explaining this was a difficult decision, part of, quote, a larger company-wide decision to run more efficiently and ensure the long-term health of our business.
That's a politically correct way of saying that this grocery store, even with its lower prices on over 1,000 items, is having problems attracting enough customers who actually pay for things to make it worth it to stay open. Now, based on what we just saw at the library, what do you think is going?
Oh no, it's because they're trying to create a food desert because they hate black people. Dude, God, these people are
going on
so
at
fucking
this
annoying.
grocery store? I'll tell you what's going on.
Yeah, these people are
Holy
fucked.
Crap.
Shoppers like Mark Leslie can understand the why.
You can't go in the back door.
Really?
It's all security, and it's a mess. And I just prefer, sometimes I go here, seldom.
However, losing such a large
He doesn't wanna go
supermarket
there.
he fears could have ripple effects.
The whole property, then it's going to sit vacant, and then you're going to have 500 people with tents here.
And even though
What?
there's a Winco across Northeast 102nd, Devin Wilson worries that too could spell trouble.
Now this Winco is now overwhelmed. This Winco is now overwhelmed with people. And this is a major place. I mean, Gateway is right there, right?
So residents are worried that when this massive grocery store shuts down completely, it's just going to become a permanent encampment for people who live on the street. And
It's probably not a far off prediction either. Like, that's probably gonna happen.
then the problem is going to be there's only
But I voted for the dude because I'm such a nice person.
one grocery store left, which is apparently the one across the street, and people are going to go there and do all of the things there that shut down this business. So you see, the problem is, instead of having two businesses that split the crime absorption going on in their neighborhood, now there's only one. All the crime has to go there. We see this in all sanctuary cities, not just Portland, Oregon. We see the same thing in New York. You'll have a store like a Walgreens that closes, and then what happens? The CVS nearby that's trying to stay open and hang on, that place starts getting robbed even more frequently, and then pretty soon that place has to close down or hire even more security or lock up even more of the store. That's exactly what we're witnessing here. Meanwhile, the only residents of Portland that want to take action to improve their city are doing it in the most misguided way possible, protesting the ICE facility.
I'm just gonna, we're just gonna watch this one more time.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
Those are wise words and very fucking true.
Man, it's actually crazy. Like, it's actually crazy, like, how good this clip is. It's like how perfect it is, in terms of how perfectly it describes what's going on. I feel like a lot of the times people vote for their own doom every single time. I don't know what it is, man. People need to think about where all this goes all the time, right? Like, what do you think is a natural result of what's happening? Do you think that, like, locking things up in, like,
anarchy,
those cases that are security cases, and adding those security tags to, like, all these items, you think that costs less money? It's like, of course it costs more money, which means if it costs the store more money, it costs you more money. And that's just like how it is. The higher the cost of doing business, the more expensive the product is going to be. And that's just reality. Like, I don't know why. It feels like the Soviets had the last laugh. Dude, it really does. It really does, for sure. But I don't understand, like, how consistently people try to blame like greed on, like, a company not wanting to stay open in a certain community,
which is retarded, by the way. Like, yeah, companies are greedy and all that, but, like, the fact that they're trying this fucking hard by buying locks and paying for more security and all this bullshit, like, bro, they're trying to stay open, but the real greedy people at the moment are the retards who think they should have to do that. They don't have to do that. They can just leave. They have the money to just leave. It's stupid. Companies are greedy, sure, but not in this fucking... This is not greed. This is just self-preservation.
Try to blame greed for like the prices going up. And sometimes it is greed, right? But then if you think about it, I mean, it makes sense why the prices of things would go up and why stores would close down in these places, because it's just the more bullshit you add to make to the to the operational cost of the store being open, whether that's increasing the minimum wage or enacting some bullshit laws with thievery. You don't actually like enforce the rule of law. It's like obviously everyone's gonna pay more. This is the problem, is like these people, they vote for tyranny against innocent people. Like they're constantly sucking off like criminals. I just don't understand it. It's like they keep giving criminals preferential treatment in a way that harms innocent people who are playing by the rules and they're being good people. They're incentivizing people to be assholes. I just don't fucking understand it. People are gullible and convinced that they're doing the right thing. Yeah, they do it so they can pat themselves on the back, like every time. It's like, oh, I'm such a nice person because I want all the illegals to be able to live here because we have good stuff, so they deserve good stuff. It's like, man, these people are actually so fucking crazy. Need Healing says feeling-based voting, dude. It really is that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it really is. It's like I said, like I remember I talked to my brother before, like during the election, and I asked him, I said, like, who did you vote for? I was like, hey, did you vote? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, who'd you vote for if you don't mind my asking? He's like, oh, I voted for Gavin Newsom. And I was like, oh yeah? Why'd you vote for him? Like, what do you like about Gavin? And my brother just goes, eh. And I'm just like, what? Like, what? And it's the worst answer. That is the worst answer ever.
It's retarded. It's like these people don't know what the fuck they're voting for. They're just told that, oh yeah, this person's a good guy, and that's it. They're like, oh, okay, I'll vote for the guy that everyone said good guy. Ignore the fact that everyone else is saying that he's a retard. Because Orange Man bad, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but there's a lot of people that are like that. There's a lot of people that are like that. Like you can ask them, like, hey, like, why do you want to vote for Kamala? Like, what do you think that she did? I'm sure you can find clips of it. Like, oh, like you're like, what do you like about Kamala Harris? And they have nothing. You know what I mean? It's dude. If someone can't give any kind of essay on who and why should the vote count, dude, I'm telling you, like I'm telling you, the older I get, the more I think that voting should have some kind of limit. I don't think that people should be able to vote by default. I'm starting to really think that, like, on.
It's like these people are all fucking brainwashed. It's ridiculous that it's allowed to happen in the United States of America. Like, bro, this is the land of the free and all, but like, why the fuck are we allowing propaganda? Like, it's so fucking wild to me.
That there should be like some kind of achievement that you need in order to vote, because it's so fucking crazy right now, man. It's too much. You should pass a test. Sure, you should pass a test, or I don't know, like whatever it is. It could be whatever. It could be whatever achievement. I think we need something, basically. You mean the IQ requirement? No, it's more like an achievement, like some kind of achievement. I think you have to like be able to contribute something to society. Either that or some kind of achievement that shows you have skin in the game. Like I think
like or maybe just make it so propaganda isn't widespread. Make it so news is just news and not just lies. People believe that, for example, Kamala is better than Trump because it's not Trump. That's like the best argument you can really have. Oh, well, Trump's a dictator, and Kamala, well, she's not. And she's more inclusive, and all this bullshit. You literally didn't point out one good reason why Kamala should be president over Trump. You just said that Trump's a dictator. Didn't say didn't specify why. You said that she's more inclusive. Didn't specify how. And like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid people allowed to have an opinion. And based on lies. Opinions based on fucking lies. Because Kamala doesn't give a shit about inclusiveness. All she cares about is money.
Land owning could be one. I don't know if that's like necessarily the best one, but something along those lines. There should be like some kind of criteria for it that is not I exist. I think the I exist requirement of voting is really fucked up, to be honest. With like how many people there are that are, are gonna vote in their own self-interest when they're absolutely retarded.
It's that people vote and they don't even know what the fuck they're voting for. Right? Like, some people, they can't be like, oh, well, I like Trump because he's stopping crime. That's a good reason. Okay, he's stopping crime. Cool. Then you have someone say, oh, I'm voting for Kamala because she's not Trump. It's like, you're retarded. You're just retarded. That's really all you are. With that, are you retarded? Leave a comment down below. Leave a like. Peace out.